My fellow traders, what's happening? I know I've been MIA lately. I'm gonna get back on track with doing, more recap videos, kind of sharing what's been going on. But this is my son's the lead up. This is what we call his graduation week. He actually graduates on Monday, but we have the celebrations now leading up to graduation. So I've been working with that and kind of focus on that in the afternoons and evenings. So it's pretty busy, exciting, and fun week. But wanted to just stop in and share a quick thought with you, kind of cover some of the trades that gives you an idea of how my week is going or how the last couple of weeks have gone. But it's pretty much been the same thing. But to share this with you real quick, a good trader knows how to make successful trades. A great trader, he not only knows how to make successful trades, but he knows when to take a loss, and more importantly, when not to engage the market. And the class today was centered around a question that I've been getting lately about, when should I not trade? And, it really starts with your strategy. If you're a scalper, there's never really not an opportunity for you to trade, because the market's always going to move at least 10, 15, 20, sometimes 25 cents. So you size up and you scout those little moves. Those are always going to be there. But if your strategy relies on trends and trending stocks, and the market's choppy, or if it's not doesn't have a lot of retail volume in it, then you're not going to get the moves, and the follow through and everything's gonna pretty much be the way it's been the last couple weeks. Plus, we're in that dead time between earnings seasons. I think 99% of the S&P is already reported, 99%. We're gonna get companies here and there that have some significance, like today with GME earnings that we traded. Didn't really get to make what I wanted to make off of it, because we had class and I couldn't really focus on the trade. But we are going to have opportunities like that. We're going to have breaking news like we had today. We're going to look at that trade. But the key is understanding when not to engage the market. There's a lot of people who make really good trades. They post them on Twitter and Instagram and all of that, and they make really good trades. But at the end of the month, they don't have any money. They're not making a profit. And it's because they're good traders, because they're able to make these successful trades. But the problem lies in, and it may not even be so much when to take a loss. It may be when not to engage the market, where you're getting caught in too many trades that you shouldn't be caught in, where you're anticipating the setup and hoping that it's going to hoping that it's going to go your way. I need to go back and retweet this. But one of the guys that I follow on Twitter, he said the easiest way for an early exit in your career, in your trading career, is anticipating a trade before technical confirmation. If a level is 20 that needs to confirm, don't buy at 1975 hoping that you're correct and that it's going to work out. You're trying to get that extra couple pennies. Or you think, okay, I know how to spot these trades that work, so I don't have to wait for confirmation. I can just take it. I get caught up in that too. So knowing when not to engage the market is what makes you great. Knowing when to take a loss and let the trade go and reset is what makes you great. Not making good trades. Because like I say, anybody can make good trades. My cat makes good trades. And not even knowing, just walking across my keyboard. So, just know when the time you have to identify for yourself. And we went over all of that in the class, and it'll be posted tonight if it hasn't already posted. So you guys probably want to go and watch that, because I'm really getting a lot of emails and messages from people that are just put out. They're trying to trade the afternoon when there's no movement, and don't really understand why they're losing. So hopefully a lot of what I've been explaining is helping out. All right, so this is the if you've never been in the room, or if you've been in and it's been a while, this looks a little different because I changed scanners. I had a falling out with trade ideas, so I'm using the scans, and honestly I didn't use half the stuff on trade ideas anyway. I only use one scan in the morning and the reversal scans in the afternoon. Well, these scans really give me stocks that are breaking channels or making highs a day, which means they're breaking channels either to the upside or downside. And I matched this up with the option flow, and you've got a big trade. Now we don't see a whole lot of that happening now, but we are seeing some really decent moves, and you just have to be there, be patient, and catch them. Now a lot of people, they don't get into day trading because they don't want to sit in front of a computer all day. I don't sit in front of a computer all day. I'll get up and go to lunch. I'll take a couple of hours to relax. I'll come back. If the afternoon is dead, I'm going to be doing other stuff. And every now and then I'll catch a news play. But the thing is to execute your trade plan in the time frame that you want to concentrate trading. If you want to be here all day, there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm going to tell you, it's harder to stay out of these trades that you shouldn't be in if you're here watching all day, because you can make yourself see things that aren't there, and it is wild. But just to go over a couple of trades, and this is where I've been making my money. And this is the platform that I stream live every day. You see the trades as they happen. You see my orders, my stops when I put in, my profit targets when I put them in, all of that good stuff. But here's the GME. I wait now for the earnings to announce, and I basically do what I do for the 5-minute opening range. I mark the high and low of that first 5-minute candle after the earnings announcement. So, here we are. This is the first 5-minute candle. I wait. If it breaks below, I'm going to go short. If it works its way back and it breaks high, I'm going to go long. Because stocks do sometimes sell off and then quickly reverse and bounce. Or they run up quickly reverse and then sell off and go short. So I wait for it to kind of settle just like I do in the morning. But in this case, it dropped down. I mean, everything was bad about this that pointed toward it should be going down. But we know in the market, it's going to go where it wants to go when it wants to go. And here we started to sell off, and then it got bought right back up, and we made the push back up. Ended up having to stop out for a little bit bigger loss than I wanted to. But I was trying to hang on to see if we were going to turn around and come back. And that's typically what happens. And I was only in 25 shares, but still I wanted to give it a little bit of room. So it finally came back, and here's where I got in. It was hard trying to manage this and run the class at the same time, but got in, and I felt like we were bouncing. I went ahead and took it off. We went up and rejected the 9, and I waited for it to come down and make a new low and have the technical confirmation. I got it. Ended up hitting my first target, and then it bounced and ended up taking it off. And I waited, and it actually reversed up when we claimed the 9 here. I mean the 20. I got in, got a nice move up to the 50, and had to take it off because we were right at 8 o'clock. But really decent move here on GME. Not trading a whole lot of size, and still made, even with the loss, still made 200 and some dollars on this trade. Trading small size. You don't need to trade a whole lot of money to make a lot of money. Okay, so this was a pretty decent trade. We did a let's see, RBLX, that's what it was. We did a news play on RBLX. This is one that we catch sometimes. It was just a lucky thing. I was watching something on Roku, and I was getting ready. I just finished lunch. I was getting ready to come back in the office. And when I turned the Roku off, I put it back on the cable, and CNN happened to pop up because I watch it in the morning. And Kramer was pumping RBLX, and it was setting up. Here's the top of the channel that it put in earlier, right here. And this candle broke the channel. As soon as it confirmed it, that was it. And we got a nice hit on this. It did pull back, and I ended up taking it off. I'm not going to let it come back to break even. I don't do that in the summertime. If I have 2 covers, the stop always moves to the first cover, and that's what happened here. So that was on RBLX. Let's see, SQ didn't really follow through all that great. You see here, I got short here and took it off, and my patience was off today, and that's what really created the problems. But got out here and got back in it, got a move to the first target, and then ended up stopping out and didn't really do anything anymore because we were running up on 4 o'clock anyway. But these are typical trades that have been happening. UPS was another one I took today. I missed this. This wasn't on my watch, so this was selling off. It was hitting the scan over here, so I waited to catch a reversal on it, and we bounced off of the lower linear regression channel here. We bounced off of it, and I got in when it confirmed and ended up taking it off because it was failing. I mean, it just wasn't going anywhere. So I ended up just taking it off. It pulled back, double bottomed, and this candle ripped up, and it pretty much took away any other entry I could get on this. So, that was done. Couldn't enter any more on that. But this is kind of indicative of the type moves that we're seeing. Okay, PayPal was another one I tried. This was just a failed opening range breakout. I had this on watch, and here's the opening range high. It broke out. It just failed, and you see it came back down, and it kind of traded sideways the rest of the day. You can see here is the low here. So it wasn't anything there. Let me see. I'll share one more with you here. Here's another one that I got frustrated with. Wendy's. This was we took a short here. This was an opening range low, and the price action was just lazy, choppy. It didn't want to do anything. So I just ended up taking it. My patience was shot. And so I took 1, 2, 3 trades on this and only netted like $80. I mean, we're talking about this in the class today too. But this would have been a decent trade, but the choppiness in the price action I couldn't deal with. And so this is when you stop trading and you take some time off and then come back. So that the ideal thing for me to do would have been to just take this off, come back in the afternoon, and try to reset. But whenever you feel yourself starting to do this, we talked about this today in the class, you need to just kind of shut it down. All right, so that's about it. There was a couple of other little trades, base hits, trades that I just cut off because the price action was just not there. It's even not good in pre-market, and we've been killing it in pre-market. But so that's all I want to share. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Like I said, I will do a video this weekend, another segment in becoming a consistently profitable trader. And then next week we'll start back. I'll be ready after Monday. Okay, Monday's graduation day. So after that, we'll be back on track with the video. So you guys have a great evening and night, and I will catch you tomorrow.